I'm nervous about this week, you guys. Very nervous about this one. uh, until the first. Wow. So let's move right along. As I mentioned earlier, I will be doing 2 weeks worth, 1 week at a time today. I was having a good time in Europe. I did not have time to do my weekly check in. And honestly, it's not just that I was having a good time. I was also really scared to just check the kind of damage I was doing the whole time I was traveling, right? So it's kind of like my avoidance having the best of me. So it looks like for the week of March 26th to April 1, 2023, I spent $2,822.64. Interesting here, the bulk of that expense is on the business services. I wonder what that means. Oh, okay, yes. Whoo! I feel a lot better about this week. Okay, let's look at this. This is interesting. 365. I don't know what this is. Okay. But I have receipts as well that I'm going to be mapping out. So this makes me feel really good. By the way, I've already put in my expense report for this particular expense and I should be getting this money back. Okay, so out of this 2,817.50 is a work related expense. I feel really good about this. This is reimbursable. This is work related. Okay, this makes me very happy. Now let's look at food and dining. $252. I actually don't feel bad about this at all. Not at all. I spent $250 for this. Most of these expenses are going to be reimbursable work related expenses. Um, y'all, those euros are no joke. Those euros are seriously no joke. Um, because you go over there, you're like, oh, it's only 15, but it's 15 euros, which is like 20 something, dollars, American dollars. So on this food and dining, a lot of these expenses I will be reimbursing. Food delivery. Oh, by the way, I got COVID on my way to the airport. Um, I, I got COVID. Well, I'm getting tested for COVID, but I'm positive. I definitely caught something while I was there, as you guys can probably tell by my voice. My trip to Europe was partially a personal trip, but it was also a work trip. Um, it's a great way to manage your travel expenses if you travel for work and you can kind of fit in some personal things along the way. It helps you manage um, expenses a lot better. Travel, yes, I know what this one is. Taxi, 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 souvenirs. Yeah. Taxi, I love City Rome tour. This is I feel so good about this. I was nervous that I was really going cuckoo mental. Um, like just ridiculous in my expenses, but it looks like I did pretty okay. I did pretty okay. So it looks like for the most part this week, I managed my expenses to a degree better than I expected for taxi, travel, souvenirs, and stuff like that. I have $238. Auto and transport. I'm sure there's even more taxis here. So why is this under travel? Rental car, taxi. Let me do this auto and transport. Let me put this under travel. Now that I know where it goes, travel, rental car, taxi. That makes more sense in that section. Okay. Shopping. Oh no, this is definitely air travel. Yes, y'all. This one hurts. This one hurts big time for me because I ended up having to pay almost double what I would have paid had I booked a lot of these tickets early. So, this is what I can tell you. If you're planning a trip on the budget, book as many flights as you possibly can ahead of time. I'm sure many of you know this, but just it makes a big difference. Oh, this was he's trying. Oh no, this was a drink. What this is. Oh, by the way, this $29 was so that I can get back 20 euros. So it cost me $9 to get 20 euros. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Right, so I don't feel that bad about this week, honestly. Um, but I think I'm hoping that when all is said and done and I've added everything up, the trip would have cost me no more than 1,500. It'll be better if it's only 1,000, but 1,500 is what between 1,000 and 1,500 is what I'm hoping. I can be if I can sit within that range. I think that will be a good week for me. So business expenses, travel, food and dining, auto and transport, shopping is $10. I genuinely don't know what that $10 is, where it's coming from. So 2,822 and 65. Yeah. Um, I feel better about things. This to me is a good number. Um, so let's say if I take this number and I subtract it by 750, I get $1,000. And if I add up this amount plus this amount, I'm at about 780. And over here, if I add, let's assume that some of the dining this week went here. So it's possible to say that I did the whole trip for $1,000. That I'll take it. I'll take it. This without counting maybe a little bit of cash that I used here and there. Um, oh no, order and transport. Here, I think this 500 was us. No, order and transport. No, 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 no. Yeah. So of course, extra flight. So I should be at around that 1,500 mark. I'm okay with that because these expenses for these 2 weeks does not take into account the 500 I spent on travel here. Yes, so I am going to be at around that $1,500. You know what? To travel to 5 cities in 9 days for $1,500, I think that's something. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. Right, so that's a wrap for the week of April 1st. I am all caught up. Thank you guys so much. Please be on the lookout. I am still editing videos and the vlogs that I did during my trip in Europe. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. If you're new to my channel, please come back for more so that you can keep seeing this madness. If you are a regular member, thank you, thank you, thank you. Leave me a comment. How am I inspiring you towards your journey? How am I challenging you? Is there any tips or tricks you can give me? Thank you. Until next time, I will see you on the next